Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the McGonagall Boxing Podcast. So just quickly going to get down to it. Usyk and Joshua, it's back on, isn't it? June 25th, Saudi Arabia. I'm not convinced with that. I know a lot of people aren't either. Got to be in the UK. Got to be in the UK, especially with the political agendas of Saudi Arabia. And obviously everything that's going on in Usyk's homeland of Ukraine and Russia and the ties between Russia and Saudi Arabia. I don't think it's a good move. I think the world will look at that, especially in the Ukrainian and that Eastern Bloc, with a little bit of frown, if I'm being honest with you. I understand the money's there. It will generate more money, but will it generate the excitement, the buzz? This is the big thing with Saudi Arabia. The crowds are not the same as the UK fan base. I'm sorry, they're not as passionate, they're not as engaging, and it's not to say they're not emotional in any way, they are, but it's not the same atmosphere. It's got to be in the UK. Joshua's a UK fighter, and I'll be honest with you, I'm going to call Joshua on this one. If he's a man of the people as much as he says he is, how many millions more does he want? Multi-millionaire already. He's trying to win his belts back. Fight in your home crowd, fight your home fans. Don't go to Saudi Arabia. But you start to realise, is he a man of the people like he says he is? Because, that's disappointing. Usyk, I've no knock on Usyk. He fights anywhere. He travels anywhere, doesn't he? Especially, he can't fight at home right now, everything that's going on. So for me, that's a knock on Joshua and Hearn. Don't go where the money is for this. You'll make plenty of money, especially if you win the titles back. Disappointing, if I've been honest with you, with Hearn and Joshua to be pushing that. But it looks like it's going to happen. So, Saudi Arabia, it is June 25th. You wonder how much it's taken out of Usyk, of course, with his, political chaos going on right now, and he's been on the front line, literally fighting for his country. So, how much training has he done? How mentally stable is he going to be on the fight? Whereas I know Josh has been trained like a demon, so I think that certainly has its advantages for Joshua. But of course, he's got to get it. He's got to get it right tactically. He cannot fight like he did last time round. Now, I'm a bit disappointed in some regards that he stuck with Angel as well, because with all due respect, after getting rid of Rob McCracken, and obviously Angel was in that corner as well. You either get rid of them all, and have a complete change, or you stay. I mean, half and half doesn't really work for me. So that was disappointing, if I'm being honest, to see that change. But he's stuck with half his team. Will he stick with his tactics? I hope not. We all know what he needs to do. Use his size, get on Usyk's grill, get on it in his face, and go to work. He cannot stand off Usyk and try and outbox him. That's not to say he rushes in foolishly, but he needs to apply pressure, educated pressure, Chisora-like. And if he gasses out, he gasses out. But, I would go hard and throw it all in for 6 rounds, try and get Usyk out there for 6 rounds. He's vulnerable early. He's going to get better and better as the fight goes on. We've seen in his cruiserweight fights, that you can apply pressure on him. You can buzz him. He can get hit. And even Bellew landed a few, didn't he? Chisora landed a few. So that's what. And if Joshua lands clean, he can knock Usyk out, no question. But he's got to apply them tactics. But of course, he's got to, be on his chest. Go to the body. Then when he sees an opening, go to the head. Don't just steam into the head, because Usyk will see that coming a mile off. But obviously, I think you've got to favour Usyk in the rematch. But Joshua can definitely win this fight. For me, it's just disappointing. It's heading into Saudi. I think sometimes money doesn't always have to talk. There's still enough money in the pot in the UK with Sky pay-per-view. A sell-out Tottenham again, or big arena. Obviously Wembley's been taken up with White Fury. But, there's plenty of other big, even Millennium Stadium in Wales, plenty of big stadiums, plenty of money. Not quite Saudi money, I know that, but, this is boxing history, and it's disappointing. But, it's game on. It's great the rematch is on for a while. It's a worry. I think Josh Shaw's obviously looking at the Joyce fight. There's a rumblings going on there. He's looking elsewhere, even Wilder. So it's nice that he's got his shot. He deserves a shot. He's been, like I say, for all the stick I give Joshua, he's been a fantastic fantastic servant and ambassador for British boxing, and I hope he really gives a good account of himself. But I still think, even with everything that's going on, Usyk's the favourite, but it is definitely a level playing field. Josh has been training like a demon, Usyk hasn't, and that could have effect. But I think the skills will still get Usyk through. But I think tactically, I think it'll be a far tougher fight this time. I think Joshua will learn his lessons. I think he will put it on Usyk. I think Usyk will have to weather some storms, but I think eventually he'll survive that and run away with it late on. I just hope there's not a robbery, though. I hope, Usyk gets probably what he deserves, a clear decision. Victory, and not some kind of crazy decision, because obviously we know that Joshua has a big fan base in the UK and in Saudi, but and especially if it's gone on with the Josh Taylor fight, the judges need to get this one right. I hopefully think they will do, and I think ultimately it's going to be strange for Joshua, being the underdog in many ways and not the fan favourite. That's going to be a big thing, because obviously he's always the fan favourite, but I think Usyk will have the world with him for this fight, and it will be very, very interesting to see how Joshua copes with that. But Usyk, not normally being a fan favourite, I think will go into this, so that's going to add another layer to this fight. Very intriguing. Let's get it on June 25th. It'll be very exciting to see.